have seen it all on the road? Think again. Undercover cops are on the lookout, and we have 50 shocking moments to prove it. So without any further ado, let's get started. Number 1, pumping adrenaline. Look at this car. After speeding on the road, this car zooms into a gas station to refuel, unaware that its high-speed antics have caught the attention of undercover cops who've been tailing it for miles. Just as the driver thinks he has gotten away with it, a team of undercover officers emerges from their vehicle, weapons drawn, ready to take the suspect down. But this driver's nerves of steel and a need for speed. With the cops hot on their heels, he floors it, speeding away from the gas station in a heart-pumping escape. Number 2, idiotic behavior, speeding and reckless, a deadly combination. This driver thinks he's in a hurry, zooming past the undercover cop's car. But that's not all. He also cuts off the cop and swerves into their lane. Big mistake. The cop's lights flicker on, and he tailgates them, ensuring they can't escape. And finally, the driver pulls over to the right lane, defeated. Number 3, cutting it close. Check out this white car, folks. It's like it's playing a game of lane hopscotch. It can't seem to make up its mind, weaving in and out of lanes like nobody's business. First, it's cruising in the right lane, then suddenly in the middle lane, and before you know it, it's back in the right lane again. This isn't a slalom course, buddy. And what's worse, it's doing this for an extended period. You'd think it would get the hint, but nope. That's when our undercover cop, driving an unmarked car, decides to tail it and turns on those telltale lights. Number 4, tried escaping out, but failed. Oh no, you didn't. This black car thinks it can outsmart the law, but think again. It starts innocently enough in the right lane, but then suddenly makes a swift move to the left, cutting off our undercover cop's car. Big mistake. Number 5, pulled over an SUV. This SUV just can't wait. It's in the right lane, and our undercover cop is in the center lane, waiting for the green light. But just 2 seconds before the light turns green, the SUV decides to jump the gun and speeds off. Oh no, you're not getting away that easily. The cop's car quickly springs into action, chasing after the SUV and stopping it dead in its tracks. Literally. Right in the middle of the road, no less. Number 6, speed demon unleashed. Another driver, another reckless move. This yellow car thinks it can beat the system, speeding off before the light turns green. But oh no, our undercover cop is on the case again. The cop's car tails the yellow car, and a few kilometers down the road, it's time to pull over. The driver might think, I got away with it, but nope. The cop pulls out of their car, and it's clear this isn't going to be a friendly chat. Number 7, busted for the right reasons. Whoa, look at this red car moving down the road. It's like it's running from the law. Oh wait, it is. Cutting off every car in sight, this driver is either extremely late for something or just plain reckless. But it's not getting away that easily because our Range Rover undercover cop is hot on its tail. The red car tries to shake the cop, speeding up and cutting off other drivers again, even veering into other lanes. But the undercover cop is not having it. It steps on the gas, closing in on the red car. You can tell it's not going to let this driver get away easily. Number 8. Drunk driver, revved up and ready to go. This motorcyclist is warming up his bike, getting those tires ready for the road. But our eagle-eyed cop thinks something is amiss and pulls him over. Maybe they thought he was drunk, or maybe just being cautious.
Getting pulled over.
The motorcyclist tries to explain himself. Hey, officer, I was just warming up my tires. The cop listened patiently and then asked politely to drive in a straight line. Number 9, no speeding allowed. This white car is flying down the road, pushing 100 miles per hour. Our undercover cop is hot on their tail, noticing the reckless driving and deciding to take action. The cop flips on their lights and sirens, warning the speeding driver to pull over. And pull over they must! The white car veers into the left lane, coming to a stop. If they didn't, who knows, the cop might have followed them all the way home. Number 10. Cop in hot pursuit. This car is zooming down the road, pushing the limits of speed and safety, but our eagle-eyed cop is on the case. The police car pulls up behind the Fiat, and it's only a matter of time before they're pulled over. And sure enough, just a few seconds later, the Fiat slows down and comes to a stop on the roadside. Number 11. Acceleration or racing. Buddies, thinking they can speed away. These two cars, trying to make a quick getaway in the middle of traffic, accelerate a bit too aggressively, but our cop is hot on their heels. The police car hits the siren, they slow down and pull over, trying to play it cool. But it's too late, the cops already got them in their sights. Number 12. Speeding Camaro. Camaro, revving its engines, speeding like a demon on the bridge. This driver thinks they own the road, pushing the pedal to the metal. But little do they know, our cop is lying in wait. Just as the Camaro speeds off, a police car appears out of nowhere right in front of them. The siren blares, and the Camaro's need for speed comes to an abrupt halt. It pulls over, trying to play it cool, but it's too late. Number 13. Warning. R1 bike, speeding bullet on two wheels. This driver thinks they're above the law, weaving in and out of traffic, but little do they know, an undercover cop is watching their every move. Just as the R1 approaches the cop's car, a good Samaritan in a BMW intervenes. They start flashing their lights on and off, trying to warn the R1 driver of the impending doom. And it works. The R1 driver slows down, realizing they've been busted. He should be glad that the cop doesn't pull them over. Number 14. Overtakes cop's car. The classic get ahead of the pack move. This car thinks it can sneak into the left lane and speed off as soon as the light turns green. But they didn't count on one thing, a cop being right next to them. As the light turns green, the car cuts off the cop's vehicle, thinking they've got a head start. But the cop is having none of it. They quickly hit the lights and sirens, and just a few seconds later, the car is pulled over in the middle of the road. Number 15. Taxi driver. In a hurry. Taxi driver thinks he's above the law. He's in a hurry, so he overtakes the queuing traffic, putting everyone else at risk. And if that's not enough, he even runs the red light. But his reckless driving doesn't go unnoticed. The cops are hot on his tail, lights flashing, sirens blaring. The taxi driver tries to keep going, but it's too late. The cop pulls him over, and he's forced to stop on the side of the road. Number 16. Wrong timing. Left turn, wrong time. This car thought it could sneak in a quick turn, but unfortunately, it was a red light. And to make matters worse, our undercover cop just happens to be right beside them, waiting to pounce. As soon as the car makes the ill-fated turn, the cop's car lights up like a Christmas tree. The driver knows they're busted, and they try to slink away, inching towards another road to pull over. But it's too late. The cop is right on their tail, so both of them stopped on the parking side. Number 17. Speedster spotted. A Ferrari is tearing down the road at 100 miles per hour, leaving all else in its dust. But their high-speed joyride is short-lived, as an undercover cop car is hot on their heels. The cop's car, lights flashing, is tailing the Ferrari, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. The Ferrari tries to shake them off, moving from the left lane to the right, but the cop is relentless. After a few kilometers of high-speed chase, the Ferrari finally realizes they can't outrun the law. They slow down and pull over, surrendering to the inevitable. Number 18. Bad driver. That bold move, but not a smart one. This driver thinks they can outmaneuver the cop by overtaking them on the roundabout, but they didn't count on the cop's quick reflexes. As soon as they zip past, the cop's lights flicker on and they pull over the car on the side of the road. Number 19. Speedy car. Queue jumpers meet their match. As every car is driving down the traffic in the queue, this orange car thinks they can cut in front of everyone, but the undercover cop is hot on their heels. Lights flash, and the orange car is pulled over. No shortcuts on this road, you've got to wait your turn. Number 20. Reckless rider. Impatience doesn't pay off. This driver thinks he can cheat the system by driving on the shoulder and merging lanes, but an undercover police van is right behind them. They get pulled over and ticketed. No gain, just a fine and higher insurance. And look, another driver trying the same trick. White SUV drives partially on the shoulder, thinking they can sneak past. But they're not learning from the previous driver's mistake. Number 21. Casual speeding. Reckless driver, meet your match. This car is flying down the road, oblivious to the speed limit, but the police are on their tail, lights flashing. They pull over, and the driver's joyride comes to an abrupt end. Number 22. Karma. Okay, the signal is green, and the cop's car is cruising, when suddenly this driver tries to cut off the cop by crossing 2 lanes. Oh man, is he serious? He is trying to muscle in, thinking he can squeeze in front, but nope! The cop has had enough, lights are flashing, and now he is the one getting pulled over. Number 23. Cop takes control. Red light, but this driver's got a mind of their own. Instead of waiting for the green, they suddenly pull over to the side of the road, abandoning their lane. The cop's car at the front of the road takes notice and quickly tails them. What's this driver thinking? The cop's not having it and pulls them over. Number 24. Highway Havoc. Speed demon on the loose. This car is flying down the highway, pushing the limits, when suddenly a black Impala appears out of nowhere, sirens off but giving chase. The driver, thinking it's a game, floors it, trying to outrun the competition. But little does he know that's no ordinary car. It's an undercover cop. The tables turn, and he's pulled over. But in a surprising twist, he's let off with a warning. Guess he got lucky this time. Number 25. Risking it all. Speedy Audi. You're not the only one on the road, you know. This Audi was zooming down the highway, thinking it owned the place when suddenly another Audi appeared out of nowhere, but this one's got flashing lights. The undercover cop in the Audi pulls over the speeding Audi. It seems like they are having an Audi party on the side of the road. Number 26. Idiot's Showdown. Oh man, this guy's flying, cutting off cars left and right like he owns the road. But wait, what's that? A sneaky undercover cop riding his tail. The cop's playing it cool, waiting for the perfect moment to strike, and then bam! Lights flashing, sirens blaring, and guess what happened next? The speeding car gets pulled over. Number 27. Wrong lane. Another speed demon is on the loose. This car is speeding down the left lane, thinking they're invincible. But little do they know, the law is lurking in the shadows. Or rather, the right lane. The cop's car is waiting patiently, like a predator, ready to pounce. And then, in a swift move, the cop swoops into the left lane, lights flashing, and pulls over the speeding car. Number 28. Dodge Challenger. Whoa, look at this guy go! Dodging cars left and right on I-4 like he's in a real-life video game. But his reckless driving days are numbered because cruising in the left lane is a black Impala, lights flashing like a beacon of justice. The Impala's got its sights set on our speedy friend, and it's only a matter of time before he will be busted. Number 29. Breaking the queue. Queue chaos. When you think you can just swoop in and steal a spot, think again. This black SUV tries to cut into the middle of the line, but little do they know they're being watched by an undercover cop in a white SUV. The cop does not have it and decides to teach this SUV a lesson. But wait a minute, isn't the cop breaking the law too by tailgating and weaving through traffic? I guess when you're enforcing the law, you can bend it a little. Either way, The black SUV's getting a taste of their own medicine. Number 30, Tailgater got the karma. Tailgating troubles. This car is riding the bumper of the car ahead, thinking they're the king of the road, but karma's got a surprise in store. Because guess who's now tailgating them? The cop. That's right. The tables have turned, and now this speedy driver is getting a taste of their own medicine. The cop's lights aren't on yet, but this driver's got to be sweating. Number 31. Let Go, Road Rogue Alert. This blue car is speeding along with no regard for others, and then they pull a daring move, cutting off another car without hesitation. But their reckless driving days are about to come to an end, or so they think, because lurking in the shadows is a cop's car, waiting to pounce. They light up the blue car, a warning flash, a gentle reminder to slow down, and then, surprisingly, they let them off with a warning. Number 32. Red Light. This car is flying down the road, pushing its luck to the limit. But it's being closely watched by a black cop's car, lurking in the shadows, waiting to pounce. The car thinks it's got away with it, but the red light ahead brings it to a screeching halt. The cop seizes the moment, and as soon as the light turns green, the car tries to make a quick getaway, but the cop is hot on its heels. A swift pullover later, and this car's speedy adventure comes to an abrupt end. Number 33. Won't Let Go. Look at this black car getting impatient and aggressive, honking away, trying to force its way past the car in front. Maybe it's running late, but either way, it's about to get a rude awakening, because coming up behind it is the sound of sirens. That's right, the cop's car is closing in, and this black car's antics have just caught up with it. No more tailgating, no more honking. Number 34. Stop! Everything seems to be cruising along smoothly, but wait, what's this? The white car is getting a little too comfortable, constantly weaving in and out of lanes. But little does it know, a surprise is waiting ahead, and that surprise is a cop's car. And guess what? He got pulled over. Whoops, didn't see that one coming. Number 35, Impatient Driver, fast lane to trouble. This white car is zooming along, changing lanes with a mind of its own, but its high-speed hijinks are about to get shut down. Ahead, a cop's car is lying in wait, ready to put the brakes on this driver's reckless behavior. The car's rapid ride comes to an abrupt end as it's pulled over and brought back down to earth. Number 38, want a tail now? Check out this sleek black ride, ruling the left lane like a king. But hold up, the law's got its number. Flashed and pulled over, the joyride over, time to face the beat. Number 39, watch out. Speeding, honking, and bullying others on the road, driving like a reckless renegade. But surprise, surprise, the boys in blue are hot on their heels. Instant karma's got them now, time to slow down and face the consequences. Number 40, on shoulder. Commuters taking a shortcut on the shoulder, thinking they're sneaking by. But wait, out of nowhere, the cop car bursts onto the scene like a movie entrance. Lights flashing, sirens blaring. The show's over, folks. Time to get back in line and follow the rules. Number 41, no cutting off. Allowed. Look at this black Volvo, weaving in and out of 5 lanes like a reckless slalom skier, cutting off other cars, forcing them to slam on the brakes. What a menace. But karma's got a surprise in store as the undercover cops swoop in, lights flashing, just as it thinks it's escaped to the right lane. That's right, you can't outrun the law. Number 44, Racing Showdown. BMW speeding down the road, music blasting, living life in the fast lane. But the party's over when the cops tail him and pull a slick move, stopping right in front. The driver thinks sorry will suffice, but nope. The cops are onto something bigger, that illegal number plate. Now it's a thick fine and a whole lot of regret for this speedy BMW driver. Number 45, not so smart move, White car's speeding, weaving, and cutting off others with impunity. Thinks it's above the law, but wait, he is trying to cut off one more car, but oh, this time it's the wrong one. The black car is an undercover cop, and bam, lights flash, game over. Our speeder's reckless ride ends with a ticket or worse. Should have kept it safe and sane on the roads. Number 46. Receives justice. This white car cuts off the black car, thinks it's got away with it, and moves to the right lane. But wait, the black car is an undercover cop. Letting it slide the first time, but when our speeder cuts them off again, that's a bridge too far. Number 47. Lane hopping mayhem. Black car speeding, lane hopping, and pushing its luck, but the boys in blue are hot on its tail. Cop's car swoops in, follows them to the right lane, and pulls them over. No escape. Number 48. Look over! A black car speeds down the shoulder, weaving into the right lane, but its reckless joyride is short-lived. Unbeknownst to the driver, an undercover cop car has been tailing him from behind, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. As the pursuit reaches its boiling point, the undercover cop flips on his lights and pulls the speeding car over. Number 49. Cautionary tale. The white car is playing with fire. First, it brushes past the cop and gets a flashing yellow card, but does it learn? Nope. It goes for a repeat offender award, cutting off the same cop again. This time, it's game over. The cop floors it, tailgates the car, and slams on the brakes. Number 50. Putting on a show. These kids dreamed of faking an accident and getting a free meal out of it, but their acting is far from perfect. The slow-motion technique for the fall looks more like a comedy than real life. However, the joke is on them as the specially trained undercover cop arrives with the siren on and puts them in handcuffs. And that's a wrap. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more. Let us know in the comments below what your favorite moment was from this video. We love hearing from you and can't wait to share more exciting content with you. Until next time, stay safe and keep it real out there. See you in the next video.